Okay, so there was a leak in here. Up there. And they didn't notice that leak over there, or that stain, if you will. So they were thinking maybe it's leaking again because this has already been repaired. So they had asked me to take a look at it. I'm going to water test it. I haven't really been here before, so I need to get my bearings. There's a window there. There's a window there. And there's a window there. And there's no window there, so I'm going to look for the third window, and it looks like that wall is on the right side. Oh, interesting. The paint's loose right there. All right, so either way, that is right next to the third window, so I'm gonna go outside. Okay, let's see what we got out here. So there's one window. There's the garage with no windows. There's window number 1, window number 2, and there's window number 3. Interesting. So, yeah, right on that wall. So we've got a couple of different things up there, but that wall is definitely a possible target. So I think I'm gonna water test and just put some water on that wall, and I think there's a cricket up there, so I'm gonna get up there and check it out. Oh, it's a little steep. Not too bad. Probably a 6. Yeah, there's some shingles taken out right there. I see some roof cement going up there. And there is a little cricket. I guess it's a cricket. Looks like some shingles might have been taken out there and redone. But I don't know about right there. It looks like this has been redone. This cricket here. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna set my sprinklers up. It's a little warm up here. Woo! All right, we're going this way. Make sure you step on the trusses. Alright, so we know we gotta go this way. There's one vent. We're looking for that wall right there. There's a boot. It's a ridge. It's a valley. So let's see, let's keep going forward. Stepping on. Gotta find them. Okay. Yep, there's the hip that comes down. They must have had extra insulation blown in. So I'm gonna go this way so I don't have to bathe in the insulation. It would be nice to have a light that hooked right on the camera. So I'm just going to work my way back here. Gotta get under this one. So I'm going to be, watch out, coming in here periodically. But I'm not going to camp out in here since I'm by myself. Oh yeah. So there's some activity. So somebody's been in here. And I see some wood. So now I need to get over there. Oop, I can go right through here. There we go. Okay. So there is water staining, water damage. Looks like we have had a repair up here. So that's going to be the wall right there. So there's some more staining. So the drip, and then all the way down. Also, I'm going to get a little closer here. Yeah, running out of room. Down in there, I don't see anything that sticks out. Oh yeah, got a couple little stains. And that looks like the floor of the upstairs. And there's the wall of the upstairs. So I'm definitely in the right place. I'm on the sidewall. You know, so there's a little staining over there. So I'm not super worried about that, because once I start running water, we're gonna hunt for anything dripping, either here or there, and we'll get a little more aggressive on making sure we look. So I'm gonna work my way back out of here and go start the water. Now, if your leak doesn't line right up on a wall like mine does, what you need to do is look for up underneath the drywall. So there's the drywall. So right on the other side of this is where it's leaking. And technically, it's over here. It's down in here, right at the corner, is where we're seeing it down in there. But if you got your staining here, then you know you found the right place, and then you can work your way out from there. Because that's where it's dripping, is over there. So inside there, that little cavity where this truss is right next to the wall, is where my leak is. So I'm just going to put that back, because I'm going to hopefully prove that it's not leaking. Uh-oh. Forgot to turn the water on. I gotta go back down. So I make sure I have my valve off so that my sprinklers don't turn on until I want them to. It's not too bad. That's probably my hose. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this right where I want it. So and I want it up here a little bit, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try not to wet the windows. I'm gonna wet just the flashing and the shingles from the bottom of this cricket on down. It's gonna wet the wall a little bit, but that's not my intention. Alright, I'm going to turn it on. Let's see what happens. I'm not turning it on full blast. I'm just turning it on a little bit. Looks like I got it a little too high, so I can change it. And it doesn't really matter if this leaks. So I'm opening it a little bit. That's pretty much what I want. So now I can take this over. So now I'm wetting just the bottom of that cricket. Just the bottom. The sidewall all the way down. I can turn this one just a little bit to wet the bottom down there. Alright, let's check the time. It's 2:31. So I'm going to make sure I get in the attic within 15 minutes. So I'm going to take a short break and check the gutter. $2:45. So I'm going to go ahead and work my way in there. See what we got. A little warm up here today. That's the brakes. Okay. I don't hear anything except the sound of running water, which is on the roof. Ooh, watch out. There we are. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're here. There's the bottom of the cricket. There's that piece of wood that was replaced. Right there. So it's looking good so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend a few minutes. I'm going to try to get myself everywhere to look to see if anything's dripping at all. And then I'll go back out. Wait a few more minutes and come back in again. I want to let it run for a good hour, maybe even an hour and a half, to say that it's leaking or not, because they're going to fix the ceiling if I tell them it's not leaking. So I want to make sure that it's not. So the tie beam is way down there. So right there somewhere is where that corner, that bottom corner is. So I need to try to get a visual in there if I can get rid of this insulation. Ooh, I'm gonna put the camera down here. Alright, it's looking good. I don't see any water. Good. Real good. Alright, sometimes it's beneficial just to stay still. I think that insulation's getting in my throat. Stay still and listen for drips. It's not something that's going to happen immediately. It might be something, it might take 45 minutes for that water to work its way in. So that's why we're going to wait. So everything's looking good, no drips. Actually, there's a better access point back here. can see where the water was before on the drywall. Right there in the corner, there's the corner where the wall is of the room in the corner. So right there's where the stain's showing up. Put that back. Okay. We're good for now. I'm gonna let it run. So all that's just staining from the previous leak. Yep, everything's good. All right, I'm gonna work my way back out. All right, it's 3:24, so we're working on an hour. Another 7 minutes, it'll have been an hour. All right, here we are. Not hearing anything abnormal, but that doesn't mean anything. So everything's looking dry here. I'm gonna get down here. Ow! Man, that didn't feel good at all. I bet that's gonna bleed a little bit. All right, let's look back in here. Oh. I thought I saw something, but I think it was just a discolored piece of wood. Let me get back in there again. See two dark spots. Down there, but I don't think it's anything. Really, I think it's, you see that dark chip in the wood? I think that's what it is. Not seeing anything down there, anything dripping, anything wet. Actually doesn't look bad. Ooh. So I'm fairly pleased. However, we're not finished with the water test. So what I think I might do is go ahead and move the sprinklers up to include the windows, just for fun and make sure. So I'll catch you on the roof. We're just 2 minutes shy of an hour. So I gotta make a decision. I'd almost rather put the water in the cricket than on the windows. There we go. That's looking good. now we get a solid stream like it's pouring down rain. And it's still running all the way down there. Alright, so let's see here. It's 3:33. So I'll wait a few minutes and go in the attic and see what we got. Alright, so bringing out the muscle here. Nothing's changed. All right, so well, that's definitely interesting that that little hole's right there, but that could actually be the attic. But I'm definitely going to check that. No, it's showing it's colder than the rest. So we might still be. This is the big guns here. Now that's warmer over here. So over here is warmer, or on the warm side, which would just mean that it's getting some warm from the attic. And then if we go over here, got that little spot right there. That's interesting. How about the wall? The wall's not showing anything. Let me pull these curtains back. I don't think they pull back, so we'll hold them out like this then. So there's really nothing super abnormal about it, but that one spot up there, that's definitely showing something there. So, but that's all the way down at the tie beam, and that's right where I saw those two spots, and I thought they were part of the boards. So I need to get back up in the attic and check that out. Interesting. Alright, so let's go look at that spot. I'm gonna have to get down there and see if hey, I'm gonna go this way. Oh, a little soft, but I'll look right in there. We're working on an hour and 15 minutes or so. So everything's looking dry at the moment, but this is where that place is, and it's way down there at the tie beam. No, I see water dripping. Nope, it's definitely dripping. All the way at the bottom of the 2x4. Let me see if I can zoom in without losing the camera. Right there. That water is a dripping. Alright, well, that settles that. It took a while. I'm going to go shut the water off. We know it's still leaking. That was the whole point of doing this, was to confirm or deny that it was fixed. So I'm going to have to say it is not fixed. However, the repair that was done encompassed that whole sidewall and that cricket. And the cricket was where the most damage was right, which was right here where this wood. You can see the OSB and the plywood, and there was a big rotten spot right here, which you can see with all the garbage. So up here seems to be fine. No leaks, no drips. So I'm pretty happy, but we still need to do some roof work before the drywall gets fixed. Okay, we'll see you on the roof. So somehow the water's getting in right here. It could be right in here, this shingle. There's a bump right there because these shingles were taken out. Might be able to work with that.